If your agency work can be done by a prompt, then why are you still paying your agency? Would you fire your agency tomorrow if ChatGPT could write your ads? Well, many CMOs are already doing just that. According to Gartner's 2025 CMO spend survey, 75% of CMOs plan to increase Gen AI usage this year, while marketing budgets remain flat at just 7.7% of revenue. So AI is shaking up the agency model. But is this a smart budget improvement strategy, or is it simply creative collapse in slow motion for the agency model? Now let's get real. This Gartner survey of CMO spend shows that marketing budgets have actually flatlined at 7.7% of company revenue, not just this year, but for the second straight year. That's way down from pre-COVID levels when budgets hovered around 11%. So what does that mean? Well, CMOs now have the same slice of pie, but they're expected to feed twice as many mouths. In fact, over 60% of senior marketing leaders say that they're under serious pressure to produce more content without new resources or headcount. Do you ever feel that way in your marketing team or department? Well, according to both BCG and Brand Innovators, two big name sources, about 40% of brands are actively cutting back on external agencies and relying more on internal operations plus Gen AI tools. Meanwhile, Marketing Dive reports that CMOs no longer care about splashy seasonal campaigns. Now it's all about always-on content. Agencies are no longer judged on creativity alone. They're being measured on speed, scale, and output volume. That's the backdrop. Flat budgets, pressure to produce, growing AI chops, and agencies under the microscope for being too slow, costly, and rigid. It's not just about saving money. CMOs are asking, well, what role does the agency even play anymore? They're not firing agencies because they're expensive. They're firing them for being slow, inflexible, and hard to measure. Gen AI is truly replacing, and to some, the need to invest in agency resources, so the external support, as well as being strapped thin on internal by putting a focus on AI, doing a lot of the jobs that traditional creative teams would do. So what is your current strategy? In your marketing team, as a marketing leader yourself, are you considering what it looks like for AI and whether it is a true replacement of headcount in-house, or whether you can trust an outside partner or agency to provide the needed AI support, but also human-driven creative support you need to succeed with the demands of content and visibility? I mean, if you think about it, so much of the content we're going to see online in these coming months and years, a high percentage is going to be AI-generated content, whether for good or bad, whether for authenticity or not, whether your audience, customers can tell the difference between AI or human-driven content. There's still a lot to be seen there. I don't really know. Sometimes we may be confused. I do say that there is going to be a clear difference between the ability to create a story around your brand and the connection you can create with your audience, be that through live streaming or long form podcasts that AI can't necessarily replicate your unique story and perspectives that you share. Plus, one thing we're already seeing from a lot of the major platforms like Google, YouTube, and elsewhere is that they're cracking down on AI generated content, or they're requiring you to specify whether part or all of the content you are publishing, say on YouTube, is actually being created by human or AI. You're going to have to specify so people don't have to be confused, and that it can be clear that they are actually connecting to a real human being. So what do you think it's going to be for you? You can be a marketing specialist, manager, director, CMO, business owner. So where are you at in this story being told of AI and the impact on whether you invest in-house or out of house? You build the strategy in-house, you hire out of house with a trusted agency partner to fulfill and create the content you need for growth across your website, social media, online and offline presence. Are you taking budget away from that investment? Are you putting that budget towards AI and bots to do a lot of that lifting for you and your team? Share your thoughts in the comments down below. Now, let me tell you about a real client story. No fluff here. So, a mid-market B2B SaaS brand was shelling out over $20,000 a month to an agency. But guess what? Deliverables were consistently late. The tone felt bland and everything was delayed. Their in-house team was drowning. So we stepped in and we built a hybrid system. The internal team handles on-brand strategy, Gen AI tools handle scale, and then content supply provided creative guidance and creation for them. No more red tape, just asynchronous creative sprints. We created prompt libraries to repurpose thought leadership, snappy hooks, CTAs, hooks, all pre-built. Instead of long waterfall timelines, we ran monthly creative sprints with rapid feedback loops. AI drafts, human refine, data informs. Well, the outcome is that their content output tripled. The CEO's quote haunted me. This is the first time our content actually felt aligned with our mission. Now that is creative alignment. From an out-of-house or in-house partner, you need alignment across all members of the team who contribute to the brand, the marketing, and the creative strategy. Okay, now with that said, let's move on to this. Let's talk about a real marketing miss that we've seen this week. Well, Levi's AI-generated fashion campaign, well, they replaced their models, their human models, with AI-generated people to improve diversity. It sounds bold, but it completely flopped. The public reaction was savage, though. People labeled it performative, lazy, soulless. There was zero authenticity, as if they just leaned on technology, expecting the applause and accolades. Well, AI without values equals noise. You can create anything with AI, but should you? If your brand lacks values and humanity, nobody's going to care. They're just going to scroll past. And we're seeing a lot more AI ads created. Don't get me wrong, I'm a huge fan of these AI ads, many of them, in fact. And sure, at times it may feel like it's lacking like the human touch, or it could be taken away from creative jobs who should be employed to create that type of content. But if it is telling the right story and delivering the right message and helping the right people, then why not create it with the most efficient process? The caveat always here, the qualifier, is that when AI is used, is it used to maintain brand integrity though? If you find that's going to just destroy the integrity of your brand and not just simply create more buzz and conversations and controversy, but completely destroy the trust of your audience and the time over months and most likely many years to build up that trust, is it going to destroy it over just one lazy or quickly done ad? A lot of times AI can be done pretty quickly and produced and put out there. But hey, it's worth the test. If you find that it's not going to impact the integrity of your brand and the story that you share with your audience, then why not jump into it? Hey, honestly, more often than not, it's going to be a big miss. People are going to not take to it as much as they will, knowing that real humans were not in the ad, not in the commercial. So consider that. If you're trying to save a few dollars or pounds or what have you in your budget for marketing spend, reconsider whether those saved dollars are worth the opportunity cost lost when you focus on AI only. So I do an interview series called Marketing Minds, where I interview different marketing and business experts and get their input real quick, their hot takes on what's working now in the marketing world and the world of AI, the future. And here's a quick takeaway that we discovered in a recent conversation. In fact, it was from an observation from another Gartner resource. It was a CMO. So all this to say, and honestly, like the real truth, if your operations feel like endless revision loops, AI alone won't fix it, but then combining AI automation with real human storytelling, that's the winning combo as we see the need to invest in AI for the future of marketing. The question is, would you actually fire your agency if AI could handle all of the deliverables, all the content needs? Drop your thoughts in the comments and subscribe when you want more bold marketing ideas every single week. And if your team is overloaded or stuck in the bottlenecks, we've got your back. Content Supply acts as your creative team without the overhead. Book your free call with us today, get a demo, and learn what it looks like to trust your creative content team and needs with the team here at Content Supply. Go to contentsupply.com to learn more.